Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will study classification of matter, second chapter, second session of the Rūpa. Matter or material phenomena can be classified into one kind as follows. You can see page number 243.
I forgot. You test all there. One chunk. You call one chunk. You know it. One chunk or Bhante. I forgot.
Oh, Bhante.
Bhante.
Okay, so the matter can be classified into different names, different categories. So the first one, so you can see page number, comprehensive in your Abhidhamma, page number 243. The matter are classified into one kind. Number one, rootless, ahetuka. In the 6th chapter, we talk about ahetuka, right? Ahetuka, root. We have a 6 type of root. Lopa, dosa, moha, unwholesome root. Alopa, dosa, amoha, wholesome root. And also, we also have indeterminate. Alopa, dosa, amoha. So in terms of whether the material phenomena are whether root or rootless. Actually, according to this, all the matter are rootless. So, suppose you see material form. As say ordinary people, you might have lopa, dosa, moha by seeing in material form. It is not because for Arahant and the Buddha, even though they see the same material form, so there will be no lopa, dosa, moha. Or the reason is that material form, something you see, that is material form, is neither wholesome or unwholesome root. It is rootless. Only our mind decide to see such a material form. So, for ordinary people, for Arahant, the material form is the same, but it doesn't decide whether it is a wholesome or unwholesome. Only the mind decides, the mind of ordinary people, the mind of Arahant. For that reason, all the material form are rootless. It depends on our mind to have wholesome and unwholesome. So for that reason, the material phenomena does not associate with any root. We cannot say whether it's a wholesome or unwholesome. Wholesome and unwholesome depends on our mind. It doesn't depend on the material form. So we have, as you all know, that will be 6 rules: greed, hatred, delusion. Non-greed, non-hatred, no delusion. So I think that all the material form are rootless. So that means the material form cannot be say wholesome root or unwholesome root, or even determinate root. Wholesome and unwholesome depends on our mind. as I already said that, for ordinary person and arahant, they will see the same material form, but for ordinary people, they might have unwholesome thought. For arahant, so that material form doesn't associate with wholesome or unwholesome deed, right? For that reason, so matter is called rootless, ahetuka. So we have a 80 ahetuka, right? We have a 80 ahetuka cheda. And we have a the rest are hetu. The rest are hetu. But regarding with the matter, Rūpa, it is rootless. It is rootless. Number 2, with the conditions. With the conditions. So matter is with the conditions. It means the matter arises dependent on 4 conditions or dependent on 4 causes. Kāmā, cheta, utu. Utu means temperature. Ahara means food. So today we will learn these 4 causes of matter in detail. So for that reason, our material form causes because of 4 causes. Either kāmā, cheta, utu, or ahara. Depends on those 4 causes, material form arises. For that reason, material form is called sappaccaya, with the conditions. Number 3, subject to taints. Subject to taints. So there are 4 taints according to Abhidhamma. The taints of sensual pleasure. The taints of sensual pleasures. When we see sensual pleasures, we have a taste. In other words, we can call it craving. And the taints of attachment to existence. Regarding with the existence, we have the taints or canker in our mind. And the taints of wrong view. And you can see page number 265. You don't need to write down, you can see the page number 265. You will see 4 types of taints. So I think when we go to that chapter, I will explain in detail. Page number 265. And the taints of wrong view. The wrong view also the taint, one of the taints. And the taints of ignorance. The taints of ignorance. Objectless. So these are 4 taints. All the material form are subject to taints. So that means when we see, when we hear, when we eat, these are material form. So based on those material form, we have the taints or craving, defilements in our mind. For that reason, all the Rūpa are called sāsava, subject to taints. All the matters are subject to taints. That means based on matter, we have the taints. Next one is conditioned, sankhata. Actually, we have been heard. We heard this one very often. Conditioned, sankhata. Conditioned. It is conditioned by 4 causes. Sankhata. Actually 4 causes: kāmā, cheta, utu, ahara. So all the material form are caused by, conditioned by 4 causes. Sometimes because of kāmā, sometimes because of cheta, sometimes temperature, sometimes food. For that reason, it's called condition. Sankhata. Number 5, mundane. Actually, when we study citta, consciousness, we have a mundane citta and supra-mundane citta, lokiya and lokotra. So we have a 81 lokiya citta and we have a 8 lokotra citta. But when we talk about Rūpa, all the Rūpa are mundane, not supra-mundane, not lokotra. The reason is all the material form always belong to the world of 5 aggregates. It always belongs to the world of 5 aggregates. It cannot transcend the world. For that reason, it's not lokotra. But here I think that is the technical term. It belongs to the world of 5 aggregate. 5 aggregate. Our Rūpa is a 1 aggregate. Our feeling, perception, volitional formation, and consciousness. All these are 5 aggregate. In some of the suttas, in some of the suttas, the Buddha said that we have our own loka. We have our own loka. Loka here, the world me, it doesn't, nothing to do with something you do not see or something you do not hear. Our world is something we see, something we hear. No? If you do not hear something from other country, it's not your world. It's nothing to do with. But if you are listening radio, if you are watching TV, if you are reading newspapers, you are extending your world. Everything that you see, that you hear, that you eat, that you touch, that you smell, that you think, the Buddha said it is the world. So regarding with the 5 aggregate, 5 aggregate that you belong to is called loka. But here the Rūpa, but of course is belong to loka, the world. You are your body and also material form that are connected with your body all the time. That is called lokiya because it belongs to the world of you are 5 aggregate. It cannot transcend the world. For that reason, we always say that Nibbana is lokotra, supra-mundane. Nibbana can be attained by attaining Magga and Phala. Magga and Phala are consciousness and citta. So you cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot touch. Nibbana with your 5 senses, only with your mind. For that reason, physical body or physical phenomena cannot be through physical phenomena you cannot attain Nibbana. Only mental phenomena you can attain Nibbana. Nibbana is supra-mundane. So for that reason, material phenomena cannot transcend the world. For that reason, it's called mundane. If we just look at the meaning of English word, you will confuse. For that reason, we need to know the definition of loka. Loka means here the Rūpa, one of the first aggregate. Number 6, pertaining to the sense sphere. Kāmā-vacara. It is always sense sphere. Sense sphere means material form can be experienced with your senses. Whether you was born in Brahma realm or whether you was born as a human being. But of course, 11 sense sphere realm, it is within the sense sphere. But here, actually you can see the Bhikkhu Body book. Even though matters exist in the 5 material realm, so the matter, some of the matter exists in the 5 material realm. It pertains to the sense sphere by its nature because it is the object of sensual pleasures. So when you see a Brahma from the Brahma realm, thing that you see is a kāmā-vacara. Even though you see Brahma being, the being from Brahma realm, so as seeing the Brahma is connected with your eye, with your senses, is called pertaining to the sense sphere. So there are some material form exists even in the Brahma realm. Those material form are called pertaining to the sense sphere because it is connected with the senses. And also not only material form, we also call mental phenomena. If the mental phenomena arises based on senses, it is called pertaining to the sense sphere. The Brahma, even the Brahma, when he or she, see something, the consciousness arises at the time. It's not a 5 material consciousness. It is just kāmā-vacara, pertaining to the sense sphere. The reason is connected with the senses. Kāmā-vacara. So material form also connected with the senses. Kāmā-vacara. Okay? Okay.
That's the 5 senses. The sense sphere talks about our senses and our consciousness.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
I think I forgot about the last few chapters. In the 5 sense spheres, material sense spheres, our senses on taste and touch will not appear in this sense spheres.
You mean Brahma realm?
Yeah.
You're right.
So these sense spheres will only have 3 or 4 of our
eye, ear, and body. Not body. Just eye and ear.
Eye and ear.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Just eye and ear. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Because of course, the Brahma, they do not eat.
Correct. Yes.
They don't have any nose consciousness and tongue consciousness. They don't have body consciousness. They don't have it. What they have is the eye consciousness and ear consciousness. Eye consciousness is connected with the eye senses. Ear consciousness connected with the ear senses. So as long as a consciousness arises depending on senses, it is called kāmā-vacara. Material form, these are matter, material. Okay. Number 7, Objectless. I think these names are very important. These names are very important. All these names are collected from many suttas. And then when you read the sutta, you will find all these names. So Abhidhamma collect all these information and put it in one chapter. Objectless, anārammaṇa. Unlike mental phenomena, it cannot take an object. It means it does not know an object. then you see something with your eye, and you hear a sound with your ear. Your eye, your ear does not know. Does not know. It does not take the object. Only the mind. Only the mind and mental factor, only consciousness and mental factor can take the object, know the object. The eye sensitivity and visible form have a contact. Eye sensitivity does not know. Ear sensitivity does not know. They just perform, just a medium. So only the mind take the object. Even you are sitting here and you can think about something, you can take another object in your mind. The mind can take object, the mind knows the object. And also you can know your own mind with your another mind. So sometimes the mind performs two functions. It takes the object. The mind knows the object. Object can be mental phenomena or physical phenomena, anything, even the dvāra. Sometimes the mind became an object itself. So the mind knows another mind. So another mind became an object or a mind. So it performs two functions. But regarding with material phenomena, regarding with the Rūpa does not know an object. My body does not know anything. What I know is my mind. My mind is functioning. For that reason, Rūpa is called Objectless. It cannot take an object. Only the mind and mental factor, consciousness and mental factor can take the object. Here also, Nibbana, actually, the third chapter, I hope I explained this one. Nibbana perform only one function. Nibbana perform as an object. Nibbana also does not know. Only the mind knows the Nibbana object. Right? Okay. Next one. Not to be abandoned. Appahātabba. This one is very important. Not to be abandoned. Appahātabba. It cannot be abandoned like the defilements by the four Magga-chaittas. Physical phenomena cannot be abandoned. You have your own body. You cannot be abandoned your own body. So what you have to abandon is the defilements. Appahātabba. Last Thursday, we studied in the Sutta study class. In brief, 5 aggregate of clinging are suffering. Right? 5 aggregate. Here, 5 aggregate means Rūpa is one of them. 5 aggregate of clinging is suffering. So suffering, what we have to do regarding the suffering is to understand. So we have to understand suffering. So what we have to abandon is craving. Craving toward those aggregate. For that reason, Rūpa is one of the 5 aggregate. So Rūpa cannot be abandoned. What we have to abandon is defilements in our mind. At the time of the Buddha, a monk was disappointed because he had a lot of sensual desire in his mind, and he kept his he cut his organ because he did that because of that organ, and he has this sexual desire. He cut it. Then the Buddha knew it, and the Buddha denounced, condemned. Go for nothing. You shouldn't do like this. So what you have to cut or what you have to abandon is defilement in your mind, not the body, not the Rūpa, not the Rūpa. So according to Buddhism, not to be abandoned, appahātabba. In your body, there may have something that you do not like. What you have to abandon is not from your body, your mind. Okay, so these are a classification of matter according to a single fold. So according to actually, there will be more than that. So by looking at all these, right, we understand the nature of Rūpa. The nature of Rūpa. Any question? Okay, no question. Let's continue. Matter can be classified into manifold, as follows. Actually, earlier we classify matter into a single fold, but here manifold as follows. Number one, internal Rūpa, and also external Rūpa. Internal means ajjhattika, inside, things that have been inside. Internal affair, right? External affair in learning. 5 sensitive matters are called internal. 5 sensitive matters: eye sensitivity, ear, nose, tongue, body sensitivity. These are 5 sensitivity. 5 sensitive matters are called internal because they are the most beneficial matters for the body. The most beneficial and the most important matters in your body. When you see, actually, we use metaphorically or figuratively. It is not the material form that exists inside. Internally, it is important for your body. Eye sensitivity, very important. Because of eye sensitivity, you can see. Ear sensitivity, important. You can hear. Nose, tongue, body, important. For that reason, the most beneficial matter for the body, it is called internal. Sometimes, you might think that someone is very important in your life, you can call internal person, right? Internal person. For those who are not important in your life, you will call external, outsider, right? Outsider and insider. But this one is insider. The rest of the matters are called external, bāhira. So because they are not so beneficial and so important as 5 sensitive matters. 23 matters are called external. Then you can read handbook of Abhidhamma study, volume 2, 315-5. I did not difficult, right? Not difficult. Then base and non-base. Base, actually we have studied in the 3rd chapter. So the base are the seat of consciousness, the material support of consciousness. Based on those material seat, consciousness arises, the mind arises. 5 sensitive material form, 5 sensitive matters and habits are the basis. They are called basis because they are the physical basis for the occurrence of the mind. Eye sensitivity, based on eye sensitivity, eye consciousness and other consciousness arises. Based on ear sensitivity, ear consciousness. Based on heartbeats, another mind, mind element and consciousness element arises. The rest are called non-base. The rest means 22, right? 22. Now let's go next one. Doors and non-doors. Dvāra. In the third chapter, we have learned 6 doors. But here, 5 sensitive phenomena and 2 intimations. Intimations are called the door because they are the door of Mundane. 5 sensitive phenomena are the doors where objects came through. Because of unconsciousness, the visible form came into your eye. So actually, eye sensitivity perform the function of the door. And also ear sensitivity is the door of the sound. The sound came into the door. It's also figuratively we use it, not literally. And body sensitivity is the door of tangibility. But regarding with the 2 intimations, bodily and verbal intimations are the role of action, your action. So these 2 intimations are the role of bodily and verbal deeds. So you may be talking good things, you may be talking bad things. These verbal intimation is the role of your own action. You may be doing good things with your body, you may be doing bad things with your body. The bodily intimation is the door of your action. For that reason, 2 intimations are also called doors. So in the 3rd chapter, we have 6 doors, right? But the last one is not material form. The last one is mental door. For that reason, it's not mentioned here. We are just talking about Rūpa, material form. Number 4, faculties, indriya. 5 sensitive matters, 2 sexual phenomena, and material-like faculty are called faculties. The rest are called non-faculties, indriya. Faculties and non-faculties. Why we are calling faculties? The 5 sensitive matters have the power to control the coexisting material phenomena in exercising their specific functions such as seeing, hearing, etc. So among the 5 sensitive matters, eye sensitivity have the power to control. Yes, controlling power, all the material coexisting material phenomena arises at the time. If he is performing seeing and hearing also, when you hear something, ear sensitivity has the power to control other coexistence material phenomena that arise together with the sound. So here, faculty means the power to control, controlling power. Actually, in Pali Canon in Suttas, we have to control our faculties. So here, in the Sutta, faculty means your eye, ear, tongue, nose, body, etc., the mind. Because if you do not control your mind, if you do not control your eye, unwholesome thought may come in. If you do not control your ear, unwholesome thought may come in. So here, at that point, it's called indriya. Indriya may control it. But here all the same thing. So at the moment of seeing something, so eye sensitivity has the power to control other material phenomena that arises at the time. Very powerful. And hearing also. Ear sensitivity has the power to control other material phenomena arise at the time. And body sensitivity, other things as well. Got it? Question? A little bit. This one, Suppose. Okay, question.
Can you give a specific example, simple daily example, of how the five sensitive matters have the power to control its coexistence?
Okay, very simple life. Because I have a eye sensitivity, because of that I see you. But the moment I see you, not only eye sensitivity, there are many other material forms as well. So the moment eye sensitivity performs seeing, other material phenomena also arising. At that point, at that moment, eye sensitivity has a special power, or controlling power. He is the leader, I say that, right? The leader. So that is for that reason, eye sensitivity has a controlling power to what the material phenomena arises same time.
So, let's say I see you.
Yeah.
So that's through eye sensitivity.
Yeah.
Eye sensitivity. So what are the other coexistent material phenomena that arise? Is it color, shape?
Yeah, you're right. Especially today we will learn inseparable matters. We will 8 inseparable matters. So wherever material form arises, those 8 material phenomena arises. Just like color and taste, or and also 4 great essentials. So we have to learn later. Yes, together those material phenomena arises together.
So you mean that eye sensitivity is the leader if it's number 1?
Yeah.
Because without eye sensitivity, I wouldn't be able to make up the color, the shape,
You're right.
the fair,
You're right.
long or short.
Yeah. In the fourth chapter, we have to learn the group of matters. So at least 9 material form, 9 matters arises together. Just like form, because of eye sensitivity, you see form. Also, and other 4 material, 4 great essentials. But the other 2 sexual phenomena have the power to control the manifestation of masculine or feminine features and traits. if you are a male and you will have masculine features, way of movement, and way of speaking, and way of playing. So it is the power. You know, if you listen some very songs, you know, so you can recognize is the male or female. Because by that time, if such a phenomena is walking, the sexual phenomena or sexual matters are walking, so it will manifest. So as a male, masculine features and traits. As a female, feminine features and traits. So these two phenomena are also important. So they exercise the power toward other material phenomena that rise together. Now I'm talking, then you will hear is the masculine voice. Actually, the voice is another material form. But in my voice, you will recognize the masculine voice feature, right? So it's the prominent and special power at that moment. Another one is material light faculty. Material light faculty is also called indriya faculty because it has a dominating influence over its coexisting matters. But this one is very difficult to see because as I said in earlier my example, you know, when someone is dying, you know, we're able to see the influence of life in energy or life energy. Because at that moment, other objects may not be very clear to you. Only light faculty will be clear in your mind. Not only for those who have deep concentrations, even normal people may be able to recognize the light faculty at that moment because other objects are very weak. So the object or the light faculty may be very strong. But even in other time, so light faculties has a dominating influence over its coexisting matters. Okay? Question? No question, huh? Growth, proximate, and impinging. Three names. Growth, oḷārika, proximate, sankhata, impinging, sappaccaya. So 12 matters are called growth, proximate, impinging because they are easier. 12 matters, you know, five sensitive matters. And seven objective phenomena. 7 objective phenomena. Visible form, sound, taste, smell, tangibility. Will be regarding with the touch, will be 3, right? 3 great essentials. So altogether 7. So these traits are called growth, proximate, and impinging. But here we have to define differently. So they are called growth and proximate because they are easier to see and perceive. So if something is growth, easier to see. You can see me because it's a growth. Proximate means near. You can see someone near to you very easily because it approximates. Actually, here is a figuratively, we use figuratively, not literally. So here, gross and approximate means easy to see and easy to perceive. Eye sensitivity, very easy for you. Form, very easy. Sound, ear sensitivity, very easy. Easy to perceive and easy to see, right? For that reason, they are called gross and approximate. So those trade matters are called impinging because they are together with impinging or contact. Eye sensitivity have a contact with the visible form. Ear sensitivity has a contact with the sound. Impinging. The sound impinge to the ear sensitivity. The visible form impinge to the eye sensitivity. So they are called impinging, sappaccaya. As I earlier said that Abhidhamma combine all the usage regarding with the material form. So we can study the nature of Rūpa in one place. For those who are meditating, for those who are analyzing your body, your whole body, I think for them it's very useful. The rest are called sate, sukuma, distant, during, non-impinging, ahetuka. So here also we have to divide, because they are called sate and distant. The reason is they are not easy to perceive, they are not easy to see in the mind's eye. Just like a light faculty, not easy to see, not easy to think. And also sexual phenomena, masculine phenomena and feminine phenomena, not easy to see. Only through the movement. You see the your body, not masculine or feminine faculty. Non-impinging, so the other material, other than trade material form, the rest are called non-impinging because there's no contact. There's no contact. Next one, Clung-to, and not Clung-to, right? Clung-to. Upadana. Adana is taken. Upa means, approach. The 18 matters, born or karma, 18 matter, born or karma, are called Clung-to. So here we have to know 18 matters, born or karma. So we have 18 matters caused by the karma. So later I will show these 18 matters. So they are called Clung-to upadana because they are taken with the craving, wrong view. So they are the object of craving and wrong view. Here is a little bit, difficult, complex. The 18 matters, born or karma, are acquired as if the result of karma motivated by craving and wrong view. And I think we have to go back dependent originations. In the dependent originations, so the first one is avijja, ignorance. Depending on ignorance, we have a sankhara. Sankhara means karma. Sankhara means karma. So here also, because depending on karma, so depending on sankhara, we have a nama-rūpa. Nama-rūpa. They are rūpa, form, material form. So these 80 matters, born of karma, not all the matter, just 80 matters, born of karma, or because of sankhara, So these sankharas are created by craving, wrong view, and ignorance. So actually here, ignorance is not mentioned. The reason is ignorance. Normally ignorance stays behind. Normally I give the example of director. Director is not shown in the movie. In the movie, only actor and actresses. Here, craving and wrong view are actor and actresses. But the director is behind. So normally ignorance is not mentioned in the movie. So of course, we have to take it, ignorance is the main character. So here, the karma are motivated by craving and wrong view, including ignorance. So because of those karma, we have nama, we have the rūpa. So here, the karma originate, the karma produce 18 matter. Among 28, 18 matters are produced by the karma. So these are 18 matters. 5 sensitivity. Eye, our karma, produced by our karma. Ear, sensitivity. Nose, tongue, body. And also 2 sexual phenomena. Whether it is masculine or feminine, is produced by karma. If we look at this one, and we can say that according to Buddhist Abhidhamma, sexual phenomena are because of karma, not because of environment, not because of other causes, because of karma. According to Abhidhamma. And also heartbeats. Heartbeats is because of karma. And light faculty because of karma. Another one is 8 inseparable matters. And also speed element. All these 80 are produced by karma. So they are called Clung-to. The reason is it is Clung-to. It is taken by craving and wrong view. Because of those craving and wrong view, we accumulate wholesome and unwholesome deed. Because of the wholesome and unwholesome deed, we acquire nama-rūpa. We acquire rūpa. Not all the rūpa are upadana or Clung-to. Only 80 rūpas, born of karma, are called Clung-to. So the rest are called not Clung-to. The material phenomena, born of the other causes, Cheta, Uttu, Ahara, are called not Clung-to. Nupadana. If you do not understand, don't worry. Very complicated, very complex one. Very complex one. It's a very technical term. Very technical term. Material phenomena born of the other causes. We will 4 causes of matter. So other than karma causes, all the material phenomena born of Chaita Udu Ahara are called not Clung-to, Nupatena. But here, you have to understand the word Clung-to, Upadena. Upadena is taken by. Then I take something. That's Upadena. So this one is the 80 material. Let's suppose this is the 80 material matters, 80 material phenomena. And I take it because I have craving and wrong view. That craving and wrong view decide my action, my wholesome or unwholesome actions. Because of that karma, I take this one. This one is matter. For that reason, those matters, 18 matters are called Clung-to, taken with the wrong view and craving. Bhante book, page number 245. Page number 245. It should be noted that, unlike the other pair of terms used for the purpose of classification, the pair Clung-to, not Clung-to does not establish a mutually exclusive dichotomy. For 9 kinds of matters, born of karma can also be originate from other causes. But here it means that when we are talking about external and internal, 5 sensitive matters are called internal. The rest are called external. And regarding with base, right? And 7 are base, called base. The rest are called non-base. If we are talking base, 7, the rest of the other than 7 matters, the rest are called non-base. But here is different. Even though we are talking 80 material phenomena, born of karma, are Clung-to. So, how to say? Technically, we have to say that the rest of the 10, the rest of the 10 are not Clung-to. But it's not so here. The reason, let me explain. The reason is among the 80, 9 matters are purely born of karma. The rest of the 9, another 9, are born of 4 causes, not only karma, but also other causes as well. For that reason, 80 are Clung-to. The other 19, right? 28 plus 90. The other 90 Rūpas, 90 Rūpas are called not Clung-to. Yeah. Oh, let me confirm. You understand this one? This part? Not yet. Okay. I will clarify. Can you wait for a while? Because here, 80 Rūpas, so these 80 Rūpas are originated by karma. Karma produce 80 matters, right? 80 matters. So those 80 matters are called Upadena or Clung-to. The reason is karma is motivated by craving and wrong view. then craving and wrong view. Because of craving and wrong view, we perform karma. So those karma produce 80 Rūpa. Right? 80 Rūpa. So those 80 Rūpas are figuratively called taken by craving and wrong view. For that reason, we call Clung-to Upadena. Right? This is the first part. So in earlier pair of the name, when we say 5 sensitive matters are called internet, that means the rest are called external. But here it's not, the same method cannot be applied. So the reason is among the 80 matters, 9 matters are produced purely by karma. The other 9 are produced by 4 causes. So that means only 9 matters are purely, or we can call it upadena. The rest of the 9 matters can be Clung-to Upadena, sometimes not Clung-to. If those 9 matters are produced by other causes, just like ajjhattika, vatthu, ahara, they cannot be called Clung-to. So we have to call them not Clung-to. So for that reason, even though we say 90, we cannot say the rest, right? Let me finish this one. Later I will come back, I will go back to because it's connected, no? Okay. Then in Abhidhamma terminology, it's okay, I did this one finished. Okay, please ask your question. Previous slide. This one?
Yeah, your first part of it, the last one is space element. I don't understand the space element option. The nutrients space element.
Oh no, nutrient. Space element is sometimes caused by karma. Let me check. Yeah. So we have 8 inseparable matters and space elements. So these 9 are caused by 4 causes. Space element is one of them. Okay, so got it? Okay, let's go. In Abhidhamma terminology, the 18 matters, monokarma, Rūpa, are called Clung-to Upadena. The matters, mono other causes, are called not Clung-to Upadena. But in general sense, especially in the suttas, all animate matters in the living beings are called Clung-to Upadena because they are taken with the craving, conceit, wrong view. Here, including conceit, mana. Animate matter means the material form or the living beings. Living being means human beings or animals, not the trees, not the building. It's called Upadena. So here what I want to say is, this is another usage from the suttas, not from Abhidhamma. We have to be very careful regarding with the translation. So if we cannot translate correctly, it will lead to wrong interpretation. But here, in general sense, upadana means the material form that are connected with the living beings. So here, my body is any beings, animate matters. This is a material form of the living beings. So this material form, this body will be the object of craving and the object of conceit. I crave my own body, then I will be very proud of my body, my appearance, and I may take it wrong view. So this body is called upadana because this is the object of craving, the object of conceit and wrong view. And also the other animal also may think the same thing. So they will, their own body will be the object of craving, the object of conceit and wrong view. A very famous story from at the time of the Buddha, and the Buddha is going for Pinapada, and Rahula, a very young guy, I think commentary said that at the time 80 years old, he followed the Buddha and he see the body of the Buddha. My father is very handsome. I am also very handsome like my father. But the Buddha knew it. So therefore, the body of Venerable Rahula is called upadana, the object of craving. He craves for his own body. And also because of wrong view, craving arises. So here, I am handsomely conceit. Right? Conceit. So for that reason, in those places, upadana here means material form connected with the living beings. So all the matters originated from other causes as well. So our body is the cause of, the originated from other causes as well. Maybe because of food, our body may change because of weather and because of cheta. Not only karma, but our body, the body of a living being is the cause of, has other causes as well in those places. If you don't understand, don't worry. Actually, it's very little bit, very technical term. And animate matters are called not Clung-to, Nubadena. So an animate matter means the material phenomena that does not have life, just like a computer, like a table, the building. All these are called animated matters, not Clung-to. If you want to know, then you read these. I think Sarah Usilananda is much better. 3.2, Handbook of Abhidhamma Study, Volume 2, page number 320. Okay? Can you use the microphone? Maybe not only question, and also you discuss. If you can discuss.
I think whether this question is relevant at this point. So that means viruses and bacteria are considered inanimate processes. Does that question make sense?
Virus, right?
Virus, yeah, but before sick, you get virus. Yeah, are they considered?
Mahasi Sayadaw, you know Mahasi Sayadaw, a famous meditator, meditation master, and he said that viruses are not living beings. And he mentioned the cause of why. they cause because of maybe because of the weather, because of food, not because of karma. Mahasi Sayadaw, in one of his books, virus, they don't have they are not living beings.
So therefore we can kill them and then...
According to him.
Cancer cells
Definitely they are not. Cancer cells may not be living beings.
but cancer cells would have number and some form of life.
They don't have a nama, they may have a Rūpa. So here we have a 4 causes of karma. 4 causes of Rūpa. So they may have food, ahara. Ahara may be the cause of virus, cancer. Virus. Maybe the weather. So according to, maybe I think that's very important. I will check the book. Mahasi Sayadaw, he said that those viruses are no shade. No shade.
From my layperson point of view,
Okay.
actually cancer cells have fantastic chitta.
Fantastic.
Fantastic chitta. Fantastic. They know how to manifest stuff. They know how to move throughout the body. Once they enter the bloodstream, they know where to move. And certain cancer that start in certain area, they know how to go to the bloodstream and they know how to attach to certain organs. So to me, they have fantastic chitta. Fantastic chitta.
Okay. So according to you, killing cancer virus is a killing.
I'm just very curious as to whether cancer cells are considered nama-rupa. Yes, I think they are rupa for sure. And really they are cells.
Yeah.
And to me, because they are so intelligent, very intelligent, even if you kill them, you take away certain environment that is conducive for them to grow, they will find a way out because it's evolution.
I see.
Yeah, they're fantastic chitta. So all along, common sense tells me that cancer cells should be inanimate, right? That's why we should kill them. But then to me, based on my limited knowledge of nama-rupa, they seem like sentient beings because they're fantastic chitta to me. They're very intelligent.
I see, yeah. But I think I would take it the same thing. That if you think like you, I would say that the trees also have fantastic chitta. They can attack, they can attack the weather, and they know how to grow. So, I think, but these are not, I will not say for sure for this virus. Discussion?
Maybe the chitta is inborn, it's sort of like a survival instinct, so it's not the real chitta when there's cognition. Even for the trees and the cancer cells, because it's inborn and that is their nature to survive. Based on what you say, maybe because their chitta, maybe it's just survival instinct. So it's not the cognitive type that we are talking about in sentient beings. Maybe that would be one possible.
Yes. Okay. So very sometimes I will remind you again, don't expect too much from Buddhist Abhidhamma regarding with the material phenomena. The Buddha just analyzed 28. That 28 is more than enough to attain enlightenment. Of course, we cannot, regarding with the material phenomena, we cannot compete with the modern science. But what we can compete is regarding with the mind. So the Buddhism can tell, how the mind works. Okay. Next one is the visible and non-visible. I think looks simple, very important. Yeah, visible means the visible form. Base is the visible. Here, form is the visible. You cannot see the sound. You cannot see the taste. A very simple one. Huh? Among 28 matters, only visible form, Rūpa, can be seen with the eye. Only visible form we can see with the eye. We cannot see the sound. We cannot see the taste. We cannot experience, the form. So the rest are called non-visible, anindriya. So here, this simple Abhidhamma is that the visible form can see with your eye, not with your ear. You cannot experience with the ear. Only you can hear the sound, movement of the sound with your ear, and you can visualize in your mind. Only the mind. The rest are called non-visible. So in Dhammapara, the Buddha said that eka-charan duringaman eka-charan asariran guhasaya. Duringaman, the mind can go very far place. The mind can go very far place. Eka-charan, the mind travel alone. So here, the mind arises alone. The mind arises alone. Two mind movements cannot arise in one moment. In one moment, two type of mind cannot arise. Only one type of mind arises in a time. Eka-charan. Asariran. The mind does not have the body. Asarira means something you can touch, you can grab. Asarira, guhasaya. So the mind lives in the cave. Here also is metaphor. In the cave is metaphor. In the cave or the heart base. Actually, the Buddha, when he say that, the mind arises based on the heart. So, if we look at that one, what I want to say is, when I was taking exam, one of the examination, there is one question. Can you see the movie? Can you hear the sound at the same time? And giving evidence, show your opinion. Actually, I can't remember exact question. The question is that you are seeing the movie and you are listening to the music, the sound. Can you hear the sound and can you see the picture at the same time? And showing evidence and analyze. So actually, the question I want to know the evidence. So the evidence is nothing but the dvāra chanted, that I recited. Duringaman eka-charan. The mind always travels alone. There's no two mind anytime. But here also, so eye sensitivity perform seeing. That's all. Eye sensitivity perform seeing. That's all. It does not know. So only the mind know it. Yeah? And also ear sensitivity perform just hearing. Cannot do anything. So this is they perform separately. But here also, this looks simple, but it tells about in the importance of the function of the mind and the function of the material phenomena. So only visible form are visible. The rest are not visible. The sound not visible, and the taste not visible. Okay. Next one, material phenomena that take objects. Oḷārika. Material phenomena that take objects. 5 sensitive matters can take objects. But this one contradict, Earlier we say that the matter Rūpa cannot take the object. But this one, figuratively, the eye sensitivity normally cannot take the object, just function, seeing, contact with the visible form. But here, figuratively, in the soda, just like the mind resides in the cage. We don't have to take it literally. It is figuratively. But here also, this one also figuratively. The eye sensitivity cannot take the object. But only the mind can take the object. But figuratively, it said that eye sensitivity can take the object. Ear sensitivity can take sound object. Actually, the material form or Rūpa cannot take the object. Earlier, anārammaṇa, Objectless. We have talked earlier, right? But this one figuratively. So if we do not understand in a correct way, you will confuse. For that reason, we have to understand whether the Buddha is talking figuratively or the Buddha is talking literally. But here is the material phenomena that take object be figuratively talking. Just like that, eye sensitivity is called door, right? dvāra. It's not actual door. Form sensitive, visible form do not come into. It's not just figuratively we use the door, right? We use the eye sensitivity as a door. So the rest are the matter that cannot take the object. The rest cannot take the object. Only five sensitive matters. Mental matters that take object. So that means 5 sensitive matters. Man, 5 sensitive matters. Eye sensitivity and ear sensitivity are the matters that do not reach or touch their respective objects. So here, you see someone with your eye. That doesn't mean that someone touch your eye sensitivity. Do not touch. Just contact from afar. And also ear sensitivity, the sound, vibrate into your ear, then contact. The sound do not come and reach your ear. But regard the rest, in contrast, the other 3 sensitivity are the matter that directly touch. Now, only when somebody touch your body, you will have a tangibility. Only you eat your food, you have a time sensitivity, touching, only directly touching. Then the smell comes to your nose, directly touch. But eye sensitivity and ear sensitivity, they do not touch. The object, outside object, do not touch directly, according to Abhidhamma. Sankhata and anārammaṇa. As I earlier said that, so they are very helpful for your meditation. Then you can test you are safe. If you don't believe. I think it's, regarding with the eye, very, very clear, right? So visible form do not touch your ear. And also the sound do not touch your ear. And the last one, material phenomena that are inseparable. Avinibbhoga Rūpa. 4 great essences: color, smell, taste, and nutritive essence. Nutritive essence are so called because they are bound together. They arise together, they cannot be separated. And are present, they are present in all material phenomena. So these 8 material phenomena cannot be separated. So when eye sensitivity arises, so those 8 also function together. Whatever happens, any type of material phenomena arises, so these 8 will come along together, they will arise together. Regarding with the light faculty, jivita. So jivita will not arise alone, and it will arise together with these 8. So these 8 cannot be separated. For that reason, we always say that in the air we have earth element, fire element, water element. In the water we have fire element and air element and the earth element. So even tiny particle, the smallest tiny particle consists of at least 8. At least 8. So they cannot be separated. So they are called inseparable. The Avinibbhoga Rūpa. So the rest are called material phenomena that are separable, can be separated, Question? So in the 18 karma, 18 matters, born of karma. So Mundane, 80, 8 inseparables. So included this one. Because in any type of material phenomena, so these 8 will be arises together, cannot be separated. So I think that these are classification of matters. I think by studying all these ones, you understand the nature of matters, the nature of Rūpa. Next one, third section, the origination of matter. The origination of matter. So there are 4 causes of material phenomena. Number 1, karma. Number 2, consciousness. Number 3, temperature. Number 4, nutriment. Temperature is very hot right now. If so hot, you feel angry, then your body changed. So temperature is the cause of the matter. And also karma. Karma is, so we have 80 type of karma, Mundane, 5 sensitivity, eye, ear, nose, the body. These are because of karma. So the karma is one of the cause of the material form. Consciousness, when you are angry, different body, different Rūpa. When you are compassion, different body, different appearance. And nutriment, clear. If you do not eat, your body will dry up. So these are the causes of material phenomena, the causes of Rūpa.
Can I say awareness of meditation. The 28, when you meditate, you have to be aware of all this Rūpa that comes in, and you know whether it is pleasure or the sensitivity part of it. Can I say that?
Yeah, you're right. So you can meditate. You can meditate on all these ones. If you're aware, you can notice, all these ones. Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
Yeah. So these are four causes of Rūpa. Number one, kāmā-vacara Rūpa, matters born of karma. So as I said that, with 80 matters or 80 Rūpas produced by karma. Karma here refers to volition, chetana. Chetana bhikkhve kāmā-vacara, the Buddha said that. Chetana or volition is karma. Volition in the past wholesome and unwholesome state of consciousness. But here, karma means wholesome and unwholesome. 25 kinds of karma that produce material phenomena. So we have 25 kinds of karma. 12 unwholesome chetas. Have you ever heard of that one? We have 12 unwholesome chetas. So these 12 unwholesome chetas also produce unwholesome matter. And we have the 8 great wholesome chetas. So these 8 great wholesome chetas will also produce a good karma, a good Rūpa. And the 5 material wholesome chetas. 5 material wholesome chetas. So altogether, 25. 12, 8, and 5. So actually, among the 89 chetas, we have 21. We have a 21. No, not 21. 26. Right? Wholesome cheta. 20, 12, 8,
15.
Huh?
24.
12, sorry. We have it wholesome, I mean. Wholesome, we have 21 kusala cheta. Wholesome cheta, right? 21. 8 great wholesome and 9 mahagata. 5 material and 4 immaterial and maga, 4 maga, altogether 21. But here, only 8 great wholesome and only 5 material wholesome chetas. But here, we have 4 immaterial wholesome cheta not included here. You will not see here. So that means 4 after accumulating, after doing immaterial kusala cheta, then you will go to immaterial realm. In the immaterial realm, is there any Rūpa? No Rūpa. For that reason, the 4 immaterial kusala cheta will not produce Rūpa. You got it? Got it. But regarding with the 4 Magga cheta are wholesome. According to Abhidhamma, Magga cheta are called wholesome cheta. But according to commentary, it also does not produce any Rūpa. The reason is, so according to Abhidhamma, just immediately after Magga, a Phala cheta arises. So there's no way for Rūpa to arise. So according to commentary. So only 25 kinds of karma, wholesome or unwholesome, will produce material phenomena. For that reason, the dependent originations, when we are talking about sankhara also karma. So karma motivated by ignorance. But in that sense, karma means including immaterial karma. So altogether, unwholesome, 12 unwholesome, and 70 karma, 70% karma. But 4 immaterial wholesome karma will not produce Rūpa. It just produces nama. You got it? So depending on sankhara, nama, Rūpa arises. But 4 immaterial wholesome cheda will not produce Rūpa, but just produce nama. So we have to understand it that way. But here also, only 25. The volition of the 4 wholesome immaterial sphere chedas generate rebirth in the immaterial realms. Therefore, the 4 immaterial sphere wholesome chedas cannot produce material phenomena or no karma. So they are karma, but they do not produce matters. The reason is immaterial karma was born in immaterial realm. In material realm, no Rūpa. The matters born of karma, kammaca Rūpa, start to occur with the arising sub-moment of the rebirth consciousness or rebirth linking consciousness. Page number. I think you can see page number. 247. Page number 247. Actually, you can read that in that page. Matters born of karma start to occur with the rising sub-moment of the rebirth linking consciousness. In the 4th chapter, we have learned that in each consciousness has 3 lifespans: arising and stay for a while, present, then cessation. So these are 3 lifespans of 3 sub-moments of the consciousness. But here, the rebirth linking consciousness arises in this life for the first time. The rebirth linking consciousness is the first consciousness arises in a new life. But that rebirth linking consciousness has a 3 sub-moments: arising and present and cessation, cease. So 3 sub-moments. So the matters produced by karma arises together with the arising sub-moment of the rebirth linking consciousness. So that means even at the arising of rebirth linking consciousness, the material form, material phenomena will arise together. Kammavibhāga material phenomena. So later we have to learn that according to Abhidhamma, body sensitivity and heart base and light faculty, actually together with 8 inseparable matters. So they arise at the moment of rebirth linking consciousness. Rebirth linking consciousness has 3 sub-moments. Even among the 3, arising, the first one, right? The rising, the first one. Actually, Abhidhamma Sangaha, meaning of Abhidhamma just mentioned rebirth linking consciousness. But the commentator, they define, the material phenomena produced by karma arises just arising of rebirth linking consciousness. So they rise together. They rise together. And this one is very important. This is a Buddhist philosophy. Buddhist philosophy. So, for that reason, life began at the conception of in the mother's womb. So, according to medical science, so they have a set, the formula. So according to, I don't know exactly, according to them, they were used physical form. So according to Buddhist philosophy, so and then later we have to learn that at the moment you conceive in the mother's womb, actually the body sensitivity is so small that telescope cannot see. He give an example. Later I will give you how the commentator they give an example. They give an example. Even the microscope will not see. It continues to produce moment by moment, every moment, until the 17th moment, reckon backward from the death consciousness. Actually, the material phenomena produced by karma will arise every moment until 70 mind moment, if you reckon from the death consciousness. Death consciousness is the last chapter of this life. So you reckon backward, 70 mind moment is the last time material phenomena produced by karma arises. So the reason is the material phenomena has lifespan of 70 mind moment. 70 mind moment. So material phenomena produced by karma will stop or will cease together with that consciousness. That consciousness is the mind, chaita. The material phenomena produced by karma is not a chaita, it is a rūpa, matter. So the lifespan of matter has a 70 mind moment. So the less material phenomena caused by karma will stop 70 mind moment if we reckon from the death consciousness. You got my point?
Okay, can I say there's no death? It's only conscious. You just jump.
Sorry?
Because death consciousness, right? When you die.
Yeah.
When you die,
Yeah.
pass away, it's a conscious, but your cause or next karma, what you did, then become the rebirth linking. So my mind thinking is that there's no death, there's no body, there's no Rūpa. You just go on to the next footage of another body, another birth, rebirth linking, or you go to become a Brahmin, or you become a Buddha, example. When I say that, there's no death. It just says death consciousness because the body decay. I don't use the death. I say the body decay, lost. Can I say that? Because you give me the thoughts.
What you want to say is just body, the death of the body, yes. Not the mind.
He's trying to tell me all this. After you teaching,
We have two types of death. Two types of death. Momentary death. Actually, our body, our mind is dying moment by moment. That's momentary death. Another one is actual death. Actually, I understand what she wants to say. She wants to say that the death of the body, not the death of the mind. I think that consciousness is not different from the consciousness with other time. So our consciousness all the time dying, even non-dry dying. When we die actually, it's also one moment. One moment. Actually, we actually what we call it samadhi, or we just a concept. Conceptually, we say that just giving the name, our body dying, then our mind dying. So actually, our body is dying all the time. Even now, then a group of material form arises and they die. Another new material form die. But when you actually die, the body also will die, but another body will form in the new life just after death consciousness. So there, the body also not dying. We can say that. You just take it in new form of body. So yeah, okay.
17 movement reckon backward from the death consciousness. The 17 movement also have 3 sub-movements.
Yeah, you're right.
Rising, present,
Yeah, you're right.
So it continues to produce movement until, is it the arising of the 17 movements or the cessation of the 17 movements of the sub-movement?
Maybe I will write on the whiteboard. Actually, I forgot to show with the picture. Material form produced by karma and death consciousness will cease together. So you have to understand me. Actual death means your death. This one, death consciousness, right? Death consciousness. Death consciousness is consciousness, chaita. Here is material matters, born of karma. Born of karma. The matter born of karma. But this one is Rūpa, matter. So, chaita, consciousness has only 3 lifespans: arising, present, and passing away. 3 set moments. But the lifespan of Rūpa is 70 mind moment. 70 mind moment. So that means if we count with the set moment 51. Let's take it just mind moment. So the lifespan of Rūpa 70 mind moment. For that reason, so you have to count 70 mind moment for the death consciousness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70, right? 70. So the material phenomena produced by karma will stop 70 mind moment if we reckon from the death consciousness. But even arise for the last time, that matter produced by karma will arise for the last time in this life. For the last time in this life. But it has 70 mind moment. Its lifespan is 70 mind moment. And that 70 mind moment will complete at the time of death consciousness. So death consciousness, the Rūpa produced by karma, they will stop together. They will stop together. You got it?
So the person will know when he dying actually.
Sorry?
The person will know. The person actually subconsciously will know that they are dying. Because of 70 mind moment they will know. Will they?
Actually, it's not in mind. It is a Rūpa. Rūpa produced by karma. For regarding with the knowing where we are dying, actually it's very difficult, no? I think normal people will not know it. I don't think, but there will be the sign, no? Signs that they will die. Okay. Question? Okay. Okay, the last question.
So, they say that when the person, okay, that chitta ends
Sorry?
Cuti chitta ends this life.
Yeah.
So, 79 moments before that chitta, the mental bond of karma starts to die.
Arise for the last time. Not die.
Yeah.
For the last time.
Arise for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
And this arising of the last time, or this mental bond of karma, okay. Let's say I have heart attack, right? So my heart dies. Okay? So then I die. So 79 moments before my death chitta arises, I don't mind. It's okay, I'll ask you probably.
Very complicated, yeah? But don't forget that, the lifespan of the consciousness and the lifespan of the Rūpa very quick. Very quick. Okay, the last one.
One sub-moment.
Huh?
Can I one sub-moment?
Okay.
So can I say that in that case, the metaphor of karma will die at the cessation of the sub-moment together with the death.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. I think we can. Next week, I think more interesting. Okay, let's talk.
Prompt you one time.
Okay.
18